Wow. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the John Bapst Memorial High School 2025 Commencement. We're grateful that you can join us in acknowledging this milestone in the lives of your students. We extend a special greetings to those families who have traveled halfway around the globe to be with us today, and we thank the orchestra under the direction of Mr. Ben Richmond, who opened this event with a processional. A great many years ago, I sat in an auditorium not unlike this one, waiting for people like me to stop talking so I could get my diploma. It was a different time. Dinosaurs were no longer roaming the earth, although a few of them were still serving in Congress. A computer was a person with a multifunction calculator who worked for NASA. And global warming was a phenomenon that occurred every year between June and September. Ladies and gentlemen, this group of youth has passed through their own unique defining experiences. They are not yet all they can be, but over the last 4 years they have accumulated or refined some of the tools that they will need to become so. They have learned how to think and how to learn by navigating a rigorous academic program. Through their participation in athletics and other school events, they have learned to be leaders, and they have learned to collaborate toward a goal. They have become part of a community and a tradition that will be with them for the rest of their lives. Today, we celebrate their accomplishments, and we look forward to what we will yet hear and see of them. Godspeed the class of 2025. I would now invite the members of the senior choir to come forward. And ladies and gentlemen, if you would, students, remove your caps. I invite you to stand while the orchestra and choir perform our national anthem.
It is my pleasure to invite to the stage Miles Anderson, who will deliver the student welcome. Miles hails from Glenburn and is a supremely talented musician who has made significant contribution in the fine arts during his time at John Bapst. A mainstay in music wing, you'll often find him behind the drum kit, singing in the tenor bass ensemble, or taking the lead in any number of theatrical productions. Fittingly, Miles will study music at the University of Maine next fall. Please welcome Miles to give the student welcome.
Oh my God, there's a lot of you here. Welcome, faculty and staff, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, family, friends, both in person and watching from afar. Welcome, graduates of the class of 2025. Graduates of John Bapst. We did it, guys. Nice job. Great going. Round of applause for everyone. Isn't it crazy how time has passed so fast? Speaking of time, the past couple of weeks I've been listening to 3-hour-long videos which consisted of time travel paradoxes to fall asleep to. It's very stupid, I know, but the concept of time travel really intrigues me. And then it got me thinking, if I could go back in time, where would I want to be? My first answer is the old Western times because I so badly want to be a cowboy. Very unusual for a person who's lived in the North their entire life. But my second choice would be freshman year at John Bapst. I still look back at the first day I came here, and it blows my mind how far I've come, how much I've learned, and how I may turn out in the future. I'd like you all, students, family, friends, even faculty members to oblige me on this one simple task. Think back to your first day of high school. I remember my mom dropping me off. I remember walking around the school, getting lost, being late, changing my password to my email, going to IT because I messed it up, finding my locker that I never used once. However, there were more important things came to me. Finding the people I cared about, my friends in world history who I've hung out with every day, my teachers who had an amazing balance of teaching great things, but also being the most hilarious highlight of my day. And I'd say the most important over all of those, lunch. Graduates, the memories you've made at John Bapst will change your life. The connection, I believe the past 4 years have been very crucial to the rest of your life. The connections you've made, the lessons you've learned, they will all come together to shape your future, to influence your actions. I asked you all to think of your memories at John Bapst because now I'd like you to think about yourself when you were a freshman and compare it to the person you are now. You were all different, in a good way, of course. And I've seen it myself, and you have changed all in your own ways. Folks, unfortunately, time travel has not been invented yet, but maybe one day it will. There goes my thing. I'm gonna... Sorry. And when it does, I hope I'll be able to come back to this school and relive the past 4 years. Maybe I'll tell my younger self some things that I should have done before. Maybe I'll fix my mistakes. But the memories are the most important thing to hold on to. I urge you all to keep thinking about the memories and friends you've made here. If you ever see your past teachers again, make sure to thank them for what they've done for you. And don't worry, they will not go away. I ask you to cherish each and every single moment you've had in John Bapst and continue to cherish them wherever you may go. I know all of us are going to do great things in the future. Everyone, welcome to the commencement and say hello to our future. Thank you.
Thank you, Miles. It is my pleasure to invite to the stage Tianxiang Sun, better known as TX. She is from, lost my place there. TX joined the John Bapst community from Hanoi, Vietnam in 2023 and has been an academic standout and a model boarding student from her first days on campus. She will move on to study at New York University in the fall. Please welcome TX to give the International Student Address.
Good afternoon to our parents, teachers, administration, and most importantly, our graduating class, the John Bapst Memorial High School class of 2025. My name is Tianxiang Sun, or TX, and before I start, I'd like to give a special thanks to Mr. O'Reilly and Mr. Reeves for giving me this opportunity to represent our international students here today. Coming to the US and to Bapst to study was actually something I decided on a whim. I decided I wanted to study in the US 2 months before flying here. I didn't know where to go, so I looked up what was the safest state and learned that it was Maine. And from there, was introduced to this school, John Bapst Memorial High School here in Bangor. I flew here in August of 2023 with my friend Mehdi, whom I'd only met twice before starting here, unaware of how close we'd grow and how many other friends and meaningful relationships we'd make along the way. I've learned many things and met many new and different people, all with different living habits and personalities. Not only have I met more new people than I ever had before, I've also seen a lot more fire trucks than I ever had, thanks to the various times the fire alarms went off in the dorms. During my time here, I realized that living alone was a great experience. The sudden change in my environment and people was quite drastic, and having to adapt to it was difficult. However, after a while, I understood that change was good, and change was necessary for every new step you take in life. And this change was what led me to meet all these people that surround me. So, to all my friends, teachers, and house parents, I'm very thankful for you for being in my life, and I, from the bottom of my heart, wish the best for you. I was able to meet many new people at Bapst, and even outside of Bapst, thanks to friends and sports. Our lacrosse team has girls from several different schools around Bangor, and practicing and playing with them was a great experience. I had a lot of fun trying out a new sport, and thanks to that, I was able to meet many of my closest friends. Being able to come here and meet these amazing people has been a great blessing for me that I will treasure for the rest of my life, and embracing that new opportunity allowed it to happen. That is why today I want to emphasize the importance of accepting and embracing change, because without change, we wouldn't have become who we are today, meet the people we've grown close to, and we won't be able to grow into the people we will become in the future. For all of my fellow graduating seniors, next year, some of you are going to be in Bangor, some elsewhere in Maine, some across the country, and others even around the world. But despite our different pasts and futures, we'll all have to face change. The change of meeting new people, being in new places, and taking on different challenges. And it doesn't just end there. We'll graduate from college, maybe move to a different city and work a different job, and meet even more new people. There's no doubt we'll all have to face obstacles in our lives eventually. Things might deviate from the norm, and you will feel uncomfortable, sad, or anxious, and maybe even wish you could come back here to the way things are now. But that's okay. Change is good, and in the future, whenever you think that you don't feel the best when things change, just remember all the changes that happened in your life which led to your creation and growth as a person today, and embrace that. However, we should also learn to love the present, because although facing the changes of the future is important, embracing what we have in the moment is just as important. Here's a classic quote from a classic movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, that I really love, that encapsulates how I feel about embracing the present. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and take a look around once in a while, you could miss it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know this quote because I just asked ChatGPT top 10 famous movie quotes to say during graduation. Just kidding, I saw it on TikTok. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, although we should learn from our past and embrace the changes we will face in the future, Don't forget to appreciate the present too, because if you don't, you might miss it. Once again, thank you to all my friends, family, and the John Bapst community who supported me along the way. And congratulations to you graduates, the class of 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, TX. Glad you didn't use ChatGPT. Our guest speaker today is the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost at Husson University. Dr. Victor Brown holds a PhD in biochemistry and an MBA in business administration and is an accomplished scientist with multiple publications. After leaving the lab and the classroom, Dr. Brown began a second career of sorts, dedicating his time and energy to increasing opportunities in higher education for underrepresented groups. I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Brown to the podium to address the graduates.
Good afternoon. Let's try this again. Good afternoon. Thank you. That sounds better. That sounds like the Maine that I first came to in September of last year. I want to say good afternoon to the graduates, to students, parents, faculty, well-wishers, caregivers, the Board of Trustees. It is truly a privilege to be here and to address you today. This is such a momentous occasion. I want to offer, first of all, a heartfelt congratulations to the graduating class of 2025. This is no small thing that you have achieved, and this is just the beginning of the great things that you will accomplish over the next few years in your lives. To the parents, to the guardians, to the mentors, to the teachers and friends who supported these graduates, thank you for your care. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for the wisdom you have brought to the school through the students. This moment belongs to you too. Because of you, the graduates are at this crossroads in their academic journeys. John Bapst principal, Mr. Jason O'Reilly, knows my background in the science, specifically as a biotechnologist. Officially, my PhD will say biochemistry, but at the time when I finished my PhD, biotechnology, like AI, was an emerging field, and most schools did not know where to put it. My university put it under biochemistry at the time. He thoughtfully invited me to meet some John Bapst biology students a few weeks ago, and Ms. Christy Walker was kind enough to host me. During that conversation, we spoke about several different topics. We spoke about gene expression, we spoke about shellfish, we spoke about artificial intelligence, we spoke about future plans, and we spoke about the fear of failure. You might be surprised at how often the fear of failure comes up in my line of work as an educator, and how universal that fear really is. Whether you're 18 or 48, starting a lab report, starting a business, or starting college, that little voice of doubt likes to make itself heard. Something else came up during our conversation, though. Resilience, curiosity, dreams, hope, aspiration. You spoke of wanting to understand the world, to make a difference, to make it better. And that brings to mind a story that I would like to share with you. It's an old story, one that you may have heard before, but somehow it's worth repeating. Once there was a farmer in a poor village, and one day a storm came through that village and broke his pasture fence. The horse ran away. The neighbors who saw the horse running off said to him, "What a shame, what bad luck you have." The farmer responded, "Let's just wait and see." A few days later, the horse returned, leading a small herd of wild horses back to the farmer's pasture. The neighbors heard the galloping horses and ran out to the farmer exclaiming, "What good fortune for you! So many strong, healthy horses." "We will see," the farmer replied again. Weeks later, one of the farmer's horses threw the farmer's son to the ground and broke his leg. Neighbors ran over, "Oh, you poor thing, that will take so long to heal, and your father will have less help on the farm. What a terrible misfortune." "We will see," the farmer replied again. A few months later, the army visited the village. As the soldiers went door to door conscripting young men, they saw that the farmer's son had a broken leg and passed him by. Once the army departed, the neighbors clapped the farmer on his back. "Your son was spared. How lucky for you." The farmer replied, "We will see." The story may be simple, but the message is profound. In the moment, we do not know whether the situation we face with is good or bad. Events that feel like setback might be setting us up for something better. It may be setting us up for success, and sometimes victories that feel certain might turn out to be detours along the way. What matters most is the perspective and how we perceive what happens, and then how we respond to it. I am sure you have already had moments like this in your life. Times when something feels like failure, only to lead you to something unexpectedly wonderful. Maybe it was not making a sports team, only to discover a passion for the art. Maybe it was losing a friend, only to make space for new ones along the way. I certainly felt that way when I left all my family and friends in Jamaica to travel to London to work on my PhD. Going to a country, leaving a temperature of 80 degrees Celsius, going somewhere where it was minus 20 at the time, leaving sunshine, going to snow, but that was the start of something great in my life. Maybe it was running late and missing a green light, only to pass a car accident a few minutes later. Maybe the ending of a relationship broke your heart, only for you to realize it made room for a new and better love. Whatever your next step is, college, work, travel, service, or some time to figure it all out, do not be afraid of taking the next step or of getting it wrong. Every misstep can be a teacher. Every detour will hold a lesson. Every time you get back up, you are becoming more of who you are meant to be. Life can sometimes be messy, life can be unpredictable, and occasionally, life can be strange. What am I saying to you? Success and failure, they're not always what they seem. And that is good news because it means that fear does not have to drive your decisions. You have to wait until everything is, you do not, have to wait until everything is perfect or certain. You just have to begin. Today is a day of celebration, a day filled with joy, pride, and reflection. As we celebrate the achievement of this remarkable graduating class, I want to pause and take a moment to speak directly to the pillars who helped to build the foundation of your success. To the parents and to the caregivers of these students. Whether you're here in person or watching from afar, thank you. Thank you for being the early alarm clocks, the late night listeners, the quiet encouragers behind every assignment, the quiet encouragers behind every setback, and the motivators behind every step forward. You have believed in these young people when they doubted themselves. You have made sacrifices, often unseen and unspoken, so they could chase their dreams. You taught them resilience. You modeled compassion, and you gave them the courage to become what they were meant to be. Today, as they walk across the stage, it's not just a diploma they're carrying. They carry your hopes, they carry your love, and they definitely carry your legacy. To the faculty and the staff, thank you for being more than just teachers. You have been mentors, you have been motivators, you have been guides, and at times you have been caregivers. You have stayed late after class to answer emails late into the nights, and you have learned to challenge your students not just to learn, but to think, to grow, to question, to be leaders. You help them see the world not only for what it is, but for what it could be. And that is the mark of a true educator. Martin Luther King said, "Character plus intelligence, that is the goal of true education." And you provided that for your students. The impact you made does not end today, but it echoes into every life your students will touch from here on out. Together, parents, guardians, and faculty have done something extraordinary. You have helped shape a generation ready to take on a world that is more complex, more connected, and more in need of courage and creativity than ever before. Thank you for investing in the future. Because of you, we're not just sending off graduates, we're launching leaders, we're launching dreamers, we're launching innovators, we're launching healers, we are launching change makers. Class of 2025, as you take the next step, carry forward the lessons you have been given, not just from textbook, but from the people who showed you what strength, love, and dedication look like. Whatever you do, wherever you go, remember you did not get there alone. So do not go forward alone. Carry your community with you. Stay rooted, stay grateful, and stay curious. Graduates, your story is not just beginning, it is unfolding. Unlike the farmer, you may not always know if what happens is good or bad, lucky or unlucky, failure or success. But if you can meet it all with humility and curiosity, then you are already winners. So take risks, be kind, be generous, ask big questions, do not be afraid to start over, and above all, remember that the way you see the world will shape the world that you create. As a graduate of John Bapst, your education was rooted in a mission to develop effective leadership practitioners, individuals capable of influencing peoples, teams, and organizations. You were taught to understand the characteristics, qualities, and behaviors that define effective leadership. And I use the word leadership deliberately because each and every one of your graduates are leaders. As a graduate, you can recognize and adapt to the differences among individuals, group, and the broader environments in order to lead with empathy and impact, thus demonstrating positive leadership as you transition into the next chapter of your lives. As students, you are groomed to be problem solvers, critical thinkers, excellent communicators, leaders, and team players. Therefore, I challenge you as graduates to be trendsetters to your peers and trailblazers for those who will follow in your footsteps. I challenge you to be role models who will look to the future with great expectation as you face the next challenge with dedication and determination. Today, you walk across the stage. Tomorrow, you walk into possibilities. Congratulations, John Bapst graduates. I cannot wait to see what you do next. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. It is my pleasure to invite to the stage the Salutatorian of the class of 2025, Julia Burns. Julia hails from Belfast and is the daughter of Sigrid Berg and Robert Burns. With a transcript littered with AP and honors courses, it should be no surprise that she is a distinguished graduate, having studied bacterial colonization patterns on fresh produce for her capstone project. She's an accomplished writer, too, winning the Zimprick Poet of Promise Award. She also served as a regional representative for the Maine State National Honor Society. Julia is headed to study biology and Spanish at Smith College. Please welcome Julia to give the salutatorian address. stay on stage, right?
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you, Mr. O'Reilly. If you had told my 13-year-old freshman self that she'd one day be standing here speaking at her high school graduation, I honestly think she would have passed out. Yet, here I am, 4 years older, and a better public speaker than I ever imagined possible. It is such an incredible honor to stand before you all today as the John Bapst Class of 2025 Salutatorian. I'm sure we all had similar experiences entering high school. We walked through those front doors and spilled into long, overwhelming hallways filled with a nervous excitement and a sense of bewilderment. That first day was one where almost all of us got lost trying to find a class. But now, it's hard to imagine not knowing the school inside and out. Inevitably, we found our people, passions, and our place somewhere along the way. We made connections both in our community and across the world. If I had to describe my last 4 years in one word, it would be opportunity. I am where I am today because I learned to step outside of my comfort zone and do the things that felt frightening. Through everything, the competitions, elections, presentations, and so much more, I have had the unending support of advisors, classmates, and family. I was petrified to run for a position on the Maine National Honor Society Executive Board and give a speech in front of 400 students from across the state, but I did it anyway, and I earned a spot. That being said, not every chance I took ended in success. But some of the most important lessons in life come from failure. Did my dog gene samples come back as moth DNA? Yep. Did I present my research at the state science fair anyway? Oh yes, I did, and those judges were far from impressed. My point is, I took the opportunity to learn how to conduct scientific research and put myself out there, gaining valuable experience, but not a medal. However, opportunity is not just academic. Through my time at Bapst, I've had the chance to meet some amazing people, make unforgettable memories, learn things about myself and our world, and explore passions that I never even knew I had. Everybody's high school experience is different, but one thing we all have in common is that we were presented with countless opportunities and chances to better ourselves along the way. We have graduates who are talented artists, have done profound research, participated in math or writing competitions, broken personal and school records in sports. Even outside of school, members of this class have spread their wings by volunteering at hospitals, learning to fly planes, starting businesses, or working in government, and so much more. To my fellow graduates, as we start this next chapter of our lives, whether it be attending college, entering the workforce, serving our country, taking a gap year, I hope you realize just how much these past 4 years have given you. Whether today is sentimental for you, or you plan to jump for joy the minute you walk out those doors, remember what a privilege it was to have the opportunity to be a part of this. Remember every chance you've had to learn something new, make a new friend, or better your community. Wherever you go next, I urge you to seek out those new opportunities, even if they may seem scary at first, because they might just change your life. Thank you to all of the faculty and staff at John Bapst for putting your time and effort to preparing us for a bright future. Thank you to our families for your endless support and enthusiasm. And finally, to my fellow classmates, thank you for helping make these last 4 years so incredible. Congratulations, John Bapst Class of 2025. We made it to this moment. Our futures are full of doors, so go open them. Thank you.
Try not to drop this. It's my pleasure to present this award to our salutatorian, recognizing her effort and energy over the last 4 years. Let's congratulate Julia Burns. Thank you. Be careful. Oh. Now for the part you all came for. It's time for diplomas. So I'd like to invite Interim Head of School Bill Meyer, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees Megan Sanders, and Dr. Brown to the center of the stage to begin awarding diplomas. We are assisted today by Julia Scarano, National Honor Society President-elect. She's coming. Come up. So the graduates will be announced, and they will accept their diploma in the center here and take a photo, and then we will move on. You ready? Julia, you ready over there? All right. Ada Sinclair Steele. Julia Burns. Tianshang Sun. Miles Anderson. Jazz Allen. Puck Allen. Owen Odebert. Giuseppe Elisa. Madison Battershaw. Taylor Ball. Griffin Bangs. Eleonora Barker. Carmela Bear. Caden Bellotta. Noah Bishop. Owen Black. Pluto Blake. Will Bourgeois. Megan Bowden. Chase Burnham. Next. All right. Olivia Buswell. Yuhong Xiao. G. Peter Cardinal. Duncan Carlisle. Catherine Karen. Qingyuan Chang. Dylan Colson. Addie Sear. Ellie Sear. Ella Dioria. Yu Dang. Jasmine Donovan. Tyler Dorr. Logan Drillin. Tyler Farrer. Sophia Fogg. Eben Francis. Liliana Francis. Timothy Francis. You are. Claire Gattani. Next row. Come on up. Filippo Garo. Maria Jadulianova. Summer Greer. Marin Griffin. William Grover. Sungjun Han. Anna Sophia Hansen. William Hardy. Madison Harrison. Monroe Harrison. Logan Hart. William Hart. Sarah Hartford. Jed Hartley. Natalie Higgins. Zane Hulbert. Raina Ji-yoon Kim. Sawyer Kinney. Olivia Lanham. Sam Leprino. You may be seated. Next row. Orion Laughlin. Fallon Lawson. Christopher Legassi. Abigail Lewis. Sojin Lim. Carolina Loba. Owen Marriott. Caden Martin. Oscar Martinez Mendoza. Ana Sofia Martinez Mendoza. Connor Martinkovic. Andy McCann. Wait. I'd like to invite faculty member Kim Robichaud to the stage. Cecilia McDonald. Damian McLean. Joseph McNeil. Griffin Merrill. Connor Meservey. Claire Metzger. Henry Milan. Grace Milligan. May be seated. Next row. Caleb Murphy. Avery Nanny. Nicholas Needham. Han Nguyen. Ava Orcutt. Jacqueline Pangburn. Michael Partridge. Silas Pepin. Krista Perro. Taylor Plain. Max Pullman. I'd like to invite to the stage Director of Residential Life, Jordan Reeves. Intira Reeves. Evan Richard. I'd like to invite back to the podium Ms. Kim Robichaud. Elmer Robichaud. Isak Robichaud. Miles Rogerson. Jasmine Scherer. Addison Schmidt. Grace Self. Isabella Silva. You may be seated. Next row, please. Tristan Smith. Sophia Susi. Connor Stanley. Claire Starks. Abigail Stevens. Maddox Thornton. Molly Trainer. I'd like to invite to the stage our Science Department Chair, Chrissy Walker. Lakin Walker. Sophia Ward. Rachel Wielden. Tiana Wheelock. Brooke Whitmore. Tyler Wilkinson. Aiden Werchak. Xiaohong Xu. Trenton Zietz. Gure Shong. Graduates, if you would all please stand. Mr. Meyer, Ms. Sanders, Dr. Brown, and assembled guests, as the Principal and Academic Dean of John Bapst, it is my pleasure and privilege to present the graduates of the John Bapst Memorial High School Class of 2025. Congratulations. Graduates, using your right hand, move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. Thank you all. You may be seated. It is my pleasure to invite to the stage the valedictorian of the class of 2025, Ada Sinclair Steele. Ada hails from Holden and is the daughter of Sarah Sinclair and Ben Steele. In addition to serving as president of both the John Bapst chapter of the National Honor Society and the Maine National Honor Society chapter, Ada has amassed nearly 200 hours of service while she's taken 19 AP honors and advanced courses. And it seems she's won the class award in just about every class she's taken at John Bapst. A distinguished graduate, she focused her studies in STEM, studying access to precision medicine for rural lung cancer patients. Didn't you all study cures for cancer in high school? Not surprisingly, Ada will study biochemistry in the Honors College at the University of Maine. Please welcome Ada to give the valedictorian address.
Thank you, Mr. O'Reilly. It's a great honor to be giving this speech today. I first want to take a moment to thank everyone who has played a role in shaping the person I've become. I want to thank my fellow classmates, my teachers, and most importantly, my family. Thank you for empowering and believing in me, even during the times when I couldn't believe in myself. I wouldn't be here without you. What does it mean to be resilient? Is it never falling, or is it rising every time we do? Maya Angelou once wrote, "You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise." These words have echoed in time, and now they echo in us. For today is a celebration of not just academic achievement, but the quiet strength we've all carried. Throughout these 4 years, every single one of us has faced challenges, some visible, some silent, and still, like dust, we've risen again and again. Every single person in this room is here today because they have chosen to rise with grace and courage every time they have been knocked down. We are here today because we've molded our fears and failures into something worth celebrating. So let's celebrate. Let's celebrate the robotics teams that participated in the World Championships, the record-breaking track athletes, the award-winning writers and poets, the all-state musicians and singers, as well as those creating their own music. Maybe we'll even hear Oscar and Ace on the radio someday. I'll be expecting VIP backstage passes. The hundreds of hours of service conducted by our NHS members at both the school and state levels. And a special thank you to Mrs. Babcock for her unwavering support and guidance as our teacher, mentor, and NHS advisor. Thank you for everything you've done. As we look towards the future, let's celebrate how we rose together to become more than just students. We became leaders. Nationwide, 2025 is the largest graduating class in United States history. And I truly believe that we are the generation that holds the key to changing our world for the better. So, my fellow graduates, I implore you, keep rising. Rise for what you believe in. Rise for the people who need your voice. rise for the dreams that scare you, because they're often the ones worth chasing. And when you fall, which we all will, rise anyway, because we've done it before, and we'll do it again. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to present this award for 4 years of excellent work and leadership to our valedictorian, Ada Sinclair Steele.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We've come to the conclusion of our commencement ceremony. I'd like to offer thanks to Dr. Brown and Ms. Sanders for joining us today. I'd also like to thank Mr. Richmond, Mr. Graybert, and our talented musicians for their contributions today. In keeping with John Bapst's tradition, the graduates will lead the procession out to the lawn near the Paul Bunyan statue. They will be followed by the faculty and then by those of us on stage. Families, friends, and other guests are invited to join us on the lawn to say hello and to take pictures. Thank you all for joining us today, and congratulations to the class of 2025. So, Tiana, take us out.